good morning, and happy hump day to all of you guys who are watching. It is the 2nd of May, or the Dos de Mayo. Just a few more days till Cinco de Mayo. I am so excited. I gotta try and find me a sombrero for that video. That's gonna be a fun video to do. Anyway, so yeah. What happened yesterday was no illusion. It really was awesomely warm outside. And it was great. And it's going to be warm today. With the same kind of blue skies and, sunny showers, I guess, is what I'll call it. Because it's going to be that nice out, and I love it. I love it so much. I'm so happy that we're finally in great weather. And I think that's a sign of really great things to come. So, not really much about my day yesterday other than I had to take care of my father last night, so I prepared him, a nice meal. Wasn't really anything big, cooked him some pork chops, made a little rice, the canned green beans, but not just any canned green beans. Remember a while back I told you about that thing to do with the canned peas? Or frozen peas if you like. You can do the exact same thing with green beans. Tastes exactly the same. For those of you who don't know, basically what I do is take a drained canned vegetable of any kind, usually peas for instance, pour in a bowl, put a little butter, some kind of other dairy product, usually can be half and half or milk. I like to use half and half because, let's be honest, fat rules. And, put little spices of your choosing in there. Put in the microwave and stir. And that's great. And also, and guess what? The people watching at home, you're going to get 2 cooking tips for the price of 1 video today. Can't beat that with the wooden stick. To add a little something to the pork chops, what I did was I sliced a couple of onions, put a little oil and salt in them, and broiled them. It's so simple, yet it's so good. And it makes your house, or the house you're cooking in, smell amazing. I love onions. I'm an onion guy. I mean, if ever I go out for dinner and they ask me what I want my salad, I say extra onions. I love onions that much. Don't worry, I always make sure I brush my teeth afterwards. In fact, it's actually been a little over an hour since I brushed my teeth, and they're still minty fresh. I can still taste the mint in my mouth anyway, so yeah, that works. So, I find more and more that the more time I spend with my father, and not just when I take care of him, when I go to his place and take care of him at night, but also because sometimes I have to chauffeur him throughout the day because he's still a busy guy. But, again, he can't really drive so much. Oh, he can, just not yet. But he can't drive yet, so, I take him to all these quaint little towns, and I gotta say, it could be the size of how small the town is and the fact it's, it's quaint, it's homey. Or the fact that the weather itself has been getting nice, but there's some really great places out there. I mean, yeah, I've talked on and on about Horseheads and Pauling, a little bit of Gettysburg, the places I went to school, and I love those places. I do. Nothing is ever going to really make me change my mind. At least, I hope so. In fact, you know what? That was me knocking on wood to make sure that doesn't happen. I think, or was I? Oh, yeah. There are a lot of really nice little towns in my area. And, it's not just as simple as Corning or even Big Flats, but, there are places like Odessa and Montour Falls, which really the high school there was Odessa Montour, which Yeah, it was one of those, small towns but combined in one school, and it's still a quaint little town. Actually, a very nice school, very nice facility. And Watkins Glen, I would love. Well, the thing about Watkins Glen that's great is that it's right on the tip of Seneca Lake. I would love to do like a video from like that perspective. Just like go to the Harbor Hotel, which is really a Best Western, but it's still a really nice hotel. And like start a video from there. That excuse me, that would be awesome. Especially if it was on a day like today is going to be, where it's nice and sunny and warm, to really accentuate just how nice the lake would look in comparison. Actually, I do recall around this time of year, that's when more boats, fishing boats, some skiing boats, speed boats, sort of enter the harbor and people park their boats there. So, if I did do a video there, hey, you get, some nice looking boats to see too. I try and incorporate everything I can in my videos, what can I say? So, yeah. Although, as much as I would love to do that video of Seneca Lake, I also did promise you're going to get plenty of videos related to Cuca Lake. Whether I'm doing the video there or whether I'm just simply talking about it, but we're almost there. For those of you who haven't been paying attention at home, my family opens up its cottage on Cuca Lake around Memorial Day weekend. So, it's not long. Just wait a little bit longer. Although I may end up going up a little bit earlier because there's a few maintenance related things you gotta do. I mean, we closed it for the winter and the vast majority of spring. There's some stuff to take care of here. We actually have to get our boat. Yeah, that's going to be a fun video to do. Doing it from the point of view on a boat. And no, I'm not going to do a parody of the Lonely Islands on a boat. I'm not going to do that because I stink at parody, I feel. And plus, honestly, if you really want to be entertained, that's not watching these videos, obviously. Just watch the Lonely Islands video I'm on a boat. It's fun and more entertaining. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel these videos are entertaining too, in a more subtle way. More down-to-earth kind of way. I'm thinking way too hard into this, aren't I? Anyway. Let's see, what else is there to discuss? To discuss. Well, I guess I could mention my overall thoughts on the draft. I mean, I did say a little bit of it the other day, but I guess I can go into detail with all the grades. I mean, I'm not really that big of an expert on football. I mean, there are some things I know, and things if you were to ask, I'd probably be able to tell you, but in terms of, like, the grading scale these people have for whatever teams they have for the draft, I'm really not that much of an expert on it. Though the fact that the Giants did get Saquon Barkley really does speak to what they need, and I think the NFC East is going to be a really tough division this year. And I should know because my beloved Cowboys are in that division, and we have ourselves a veritable gauntlet if we want to go to the Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean, I think that every team picked exactly what they wanted or what they could get that they still did need. So I guess there's that. But in the end, it all comes down to what happens technically it all comes down to what happens during the tryouts and preseason. Because there are some of these drafts that don't make the team even when they're drafted, so there is that. Anyway, not really much else to look forward to in terms of sports. I mean, you got hockey, you got basketball, and I told myself I was going to try and be a little more proactive in paying attention to that stuff, and maybe I will. We'll see. But for now, like, favorite, share, and please hit that subscribe button. I could use the support very much so. And remember, to all my viewers, I'm humbled that I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy today. I'm hopeful that we all have a wonderful day today. And remember, if you guys ever want to talk or chat, I will always be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. So take care, and happy hump day, everybody.